before there were people, there was ice. For tens of thousands of years, North America wasn't forests or cities or farmland, it was glaciers. And these massive sheets of ice reshaped the continent itself. Around 20,000 years ago, the ice began to melt, slowly but surely. And then around 15,000 years, the pace accelerated a bit. And by 10,000 years ago, the ice had mostly retreated. The land we recognize today was finally exposed to a warmer world. But what caused all of this? Well, as with most things in nature, it wasn't just one thing. But for starters, the Earth's orbit shifted just ever so much, enough to let more sunlight into the northern hemisphere. At the same time, carbon dioxide levels started to rise, as did temperatures. So ice started losing its grip. That meltwater didn't just disappear, it poured into the oceans, raising the sea levels. And of course, that created massive formations. Think the Great Lakes and river systems like the Hudson. And that coastline we can all attribute to the melting ice. While this may sound like ancient history, glaciers are still very much a part of our story. In fact, a recent study showed that 41% of all the ice we've lost in the past 50 years happened in the last decade. Glaciers still exist all across North America, even into Mexico, but the overwhelming majority of which resides somewhere between Alaska and Canada, with Alaska alone having 100,000. If you're in the continental United States, the best example is Glacier National Park in Montana. Although the sobering reality is the namesake of the park, the glaciers, might be gone within the next decade. There are exceptions, though. Some glaciers are still growing, such as this rare exception called Hubbard Glacier in Alaska. Up next, we leave the ice behind and step into the great transition where plants, animals, and eventually people come back to the land.